Today is March 5th, 5:37 p.m. I have therapy at 6. I thought I would chit chat with y'all on the way there and have a serious topic. Talk about mental health and therapy and all this great stuff. We're going to talk about it because why not? So, yes, I am. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you would already know that I am starting back therapy. I shared on there some of my goals that I have. Hold on now. Yeah, I shared on there a few of my goals that I've set that I hope to achieve while in therapy, as far as like getting the correct tools or some issues that I've noticed or some patterns, I'd say not issues, patterns and habits that I'd like to break. And yeah, I'll put those on the screen because I'm not about to read them off my phone while I'm driving. It's like, is this angled different than it usually is? Whatever. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'd like to, my package said it was 3 stops away an hour ago, and it was not at the door. Unless my brothers were lying to me and they hid it from me, which they might have done. I feel like as a content creator, influencer, I don't even know if I like the word influencer, honestly, but as a content creator, no, I'd say influencer, yeah, because okay. As an influencer, small influencer, micro, huge, whatever the case may be, I feel like it is so easy to neglect mental health. And I feel like that's for anybody, but when you're an influencer, you almost carry this weight of having to be perfect all the time because that's what people want to see, or that's what they're expecting to see from you. Like, you're living the life, you know? And this light, oh, goodness gracious. Oh, and that did nothing. Just hold on, guys. Yeah. And it's this sort of weight on your shoulders, and it makes you feel like you have to have it all figured out. And I can say, for one, I am guilty of that, but also not taking a break for media. Like, I have to make sure I keep social media in its place. Like, it's not my life. It's my hobby. It's something that I guess some people would say I'm good at, but it's a hobby at the end of the day. It's not, I don't have to do this every day. I don't have to do this at all for the rest of my life. It's a hobby. It's not life or death. But yeah, needless to say, I am just a 19-year-old going on 20, Houston girly that loves the gym but got anxiety and is depression prone. It's the truth. I have anxiety. Like, it's diagnosed. It's, cool, great. We love that for me. I am on my medicines. I see my psychiatrist often, or regularly. I wouldn't say often, but regular. And therapy I've done before. However, I didn't stick with it, obviously. The last time I was in therapy, I don't think that I was fully receptive, and I honestly didn't like my therapist. I think she more so told me what I wanted to hear instead of what I needed to hear, and I wasn't making progress. So that's kind of comes with the, the searching and finding the therapist that works for you. But I was in therapy before, but I feel like I'm now at a place where I am receptive. I'm wanting to better myself, and I'm also mature and responsible enough to take accountability for where I'm wrong and my flaws and where I'm lacking. So, like, even being able to make a list of goals for therapy takes a lot, because you have to sit there and you have to think and you have to critique yourself and be like, okay, well, what is it you're trying to fix? Or like, what's the problem? But it's also, I've noticed, like, you have to be aware. That's definitely the first step. I think being aware was, I told my mom this. I've become very aware of my habits, my thinking, my emotions and reactions to things. I'm not saying I have a solution, but I've been more aware of it and kind of knowing like where it's coming from. Like, I can piece together and be like, oh, that's because of this, or that's because you never corrected this or that. Like, I can do that, but I don't have the tools that I need to. Okay, how can I stop this habit? How can I stop this cycle? So that's where we're at. But anxiety and depression is real, and I just wish people talked about it more. Like, if you followed me on Instagram and TikTok, like, I'd say 2022, when I was kind of starting content creation, I talked a lot more about mental health than I do now. I'd say that. And I can also say that since then, like 2023-ish, I feel like I got off my routine and I kind of started slacking on my mental health. I got too comfortable. And like, there's repercussions for that if you don't prioritize yourself. And I haven't prioritized myself and my emotions, and I kind of put things on the back burner because truthfully, some stuff I don't want to unpack. Like, I am scared to unpack some of this trauma. Okay, it get real, it get wicked, and I am scared to unpack some of this because, like, And I think I know for sure one thing that honestly really bothers me for an excuse why people don't go to therapy or they don't want to try it, and it's mainly in the African American community, okay? Because you don't want to tell a stranger your business. It bothers me because, why'd you break like that? It bothers me because I feel like help is help. I keep messing with my hair because it's like that light is making it feel like it's like, anyways, help is help, okay? I feel like if there's a problem, just like you would go to a doctor, you trust a doctor to do your pap smear. Why we can't trust somebody to open up to and just let them know, hey, this is going on? Like, it takes a level of, I guess like humbleness to be able to do that. And maybe that's where some of people are lacking, because it's like, you have to put that pride aside and just be like, I'm not 100. You have to be vulnerable, and it is hard, I can understand, but at the end of the day, you should want to better yourself. That's what we all should be working on daily, I guess, like creating the best versions of ourselves. And I saw somebody I followed posted that the other day, and it like gave me a whole new perspective. He said life is not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself, which is so true, because that happens pretty often and I'm guilty of this too, where I will fall into a cycle of trying to find myself or trying to find my old self, or like trying to get back to like square one. But it's like, you're no longer at square one. Where are you at now? You need to create the life you want, create the person you want to be. You can't just go back and just be like, oh my gosh, I'm not the same person. I'm not who I was before I met them. I'm not who I was before I got this job. I'm not who I was before this. No, you're not. And if you keep trying to go backwards, you're going to be stuck and you're going to be at the same place forever. Like, that's dead. That light is going to piss me off. Like, what is she doing? Oh, well. But, yeah. But I just wanted to tell y'all, like, everybody's human. And I wish everybody would be nicer. But we're all human. We're all going through something. Like, there is not one person in this world not going through something as we speak. I broke down today, I broke down yesterday, and I'll probably break down tomorrow. It's the truth. But I know for a fact that I'm doing everything in my power to... Oh, that could have been an accident. People are driving crazy. I'm doing everything in my power to grow, to be the best person I can. And this was kind of that first step. Now, the first step was like me getting on medication. Ooh, I hope it's not a cop behind me. Anyways. The first step was kind of like me getting on medication, but this is like a continuous thing that I'm really excited to start, because by the end of 2024, I want to be a whole new person. Like, genuinely, I want to be a whole new person. I know I said this last year, but I don't think I took the steps to do that. So this year we making it happen. And that's just that on that. I don't care. But it's just, I don't know, like, growth is just something that freaks me out sometimes, because it's so weird. It's like right when you think you have it figured out, you don't. And I look like a potato because of this light. Right when you think you have it figured out, you don't. Like, it's just something that comes along and you're like, oh crap, you know? And it's kind of been like that recently. Like, I fell into a slump, okay? Fell into a nice little slump. I'm not out of the slump. Like I said, I broke down today and I broke down yesterday. I'm probably gonna break down tomorrow. I'm not out the slump. But I'm still here, you know? Like, it could be worse. In fact, it has been worse before. So I think that's why I'm like, girl, you're still doing good in my book, because I didn't been in a worse position than this. So, but I just wish everybody would address their mental health before trying to be an influencer, be there for others. Like, you really have to pour into yourself. Like, I'm not saying be selfish, don't be selfish. I love giving and I love showing up for others and being there for people. But I know, like, once my cup is completely empty, and unfortunately I let it get to that point, I have nothing left to give and I have to isolate. I have to isolate to figure things out. But if I were to stick to my routine, if I were to pay attention to my body and the signs, then I would have addressed things, take a step back and, you know, address things, and I would have been better than I am currently. So just don't let it get to that point. Don't be stupid like me. And it was slightly like a in denial type of situation, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I don't know. It's a very serious topic for me, but it's something, like, I can't lie, I do have a serious passion about mental health, just because once I started dealing with it, it gave me a whole new perspective, which I think is like that with anybody who gets, like, if a family member of yours gets cancer, it's like that becomes like part of your life and your story, and it's like a lot more important to you. It carries more weight. It's the same thing. Once I started dealing with it myself, it was like, I was like, this is real life. Like, this is serious. He looks like he's asleep. Okay. But it's serious. Like, and it's crazy because when your mental is not okay, it will affect your physical. And when your physical is not okay, it will affect your mental. Like, the body is literally one source. Like, it has to work together. So it's like when you fall off on one thing, like when one part of your body is not really working how it should, that other part is gonna fall right behind it. And it's just, I will be in my bed for days. I will not eat. I will drop weight. Hygiene will be out the door. Okay? And it's just the truth of the matter. Like, when you're depressed, you're not worried about brushing your teeth or taking a shower every day. Let's keep it a bean. You're not. And I refuse to let it get to that point to where I'm literally stuck in a bed, because I've been there. It's dark, it's scary. So if you're in that, I feel for you and I pray for you, because I understand how that is. But it's just, it's hard. It's hard. Mental health ain't nothing to play with at all. And I refuse. Like, I told myself, I refuse. I don't care how big, my turn is left or right. I don't care how big I get. I don't care what my number becomes. I'm going to remain honest and genuine. And I'm pretty sure that's why I've gotten to the point that I've gotten, because I'm not deviating from who I really am and what I believe in. Hold on, I can't multitask. I'm just a girl. Yeah, so I refuse to deviate from who I am. I don't care. Mental health, I will always be a mental health advocate. Always. I don't care. Because life is too hard to sit here and act like people are crazy because they depressed. Like, I hate when people be like, why are you depressed? What is there to be depressed for? Just get up and do what you gotta do. Just laugh, just smile. It's not that easy, like, at all. That's so dead to me. Don't tell somebody what they should do, or just because you carry the weight a little differently. No, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. No. And I definitely think it's a big difference between how men and women carry it, because of society, of course. But women, like, we are emotional. I think we're more likely to be, like, down. And men are, like, I feel like it makes them shut down emotionally and become emotionally detached, but they become almost like a robot. And us, we're like, I don't know. And I could be wrong, but that's how I've observed it and how I've seen a few situations. But Yeah, it's just, we all just trying to make it, you know? And if you have depression, if you're bipolar, if you have anxiety, if you have schizophrenia, if you have ADHD, if you have ADD, if you have anything, because I know I'm forgetting 3,000 other diagnoses, like, please just keep going. Like, I promise you, if life would have ended when I was 17, I would have missed so much. And I'm putting it out there. It is what it is. It's the truth. But life did not end when I was 17. And for that, I'm fortunate. In the moments, I'd say, it was like, I don't like this. I don't too much like this. But now it's just kind of like, I don't know. At first, I don't know. It made me feel like I was weak for sure. But now I kind of, the mental health thing is like, and this is going to sound super cliche, but I promise you I mean it. It feels like a superpower, like a badge of honor. Because I feel like I'm so much more aware to certain things than the average person, or not the average person, because I feel like the average people do have depression. But people without it are. Like, I'm very more aware to people's emotions. I feel my empathy is there. My awareness is there. My self-awareness is there. Like, my vulnerability, there. But it's because I've lived it. I've done it. I'm still maneuvering through it. Like, I'm still trying to figure out the way to deal with it, if that makes sense. And that's another thing why I'm going to therapy. I just feel like my emotions can get the best of me, and it gets a little scary. It get a little scary, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, but that's why I'm able to be vulnerable, because like I didn't see the worst. So it's like talking about it, knowing that actually happens and other people do be going through stuff. It's like, bro, we can all relate if somebody just opens their mouth and talks about it, so we don't feel like we're crazy, because we're not crazy. I'm pretty sure like 70% of the world, the population, is going through the same thing, but nobody wants to talk about it because it's just like, it has such a negative connotation, you know? But I digress. We are this person just cut in front of me. We are 2 minutes away from therapy. I will be pulling up 3 minutes early. Don't play with me. Don't play. But I'm excited. Like I said, every day ain't easy. And I'm the type of person where it's like, if I'm having a bad moment, I have a bad life. And I have to stop doing that. I'm working on it. But like yesterday and today, and I'm thankful, it's my support system, my parents, and of course God. But my parents, they be doing a big one for sure. But yeah, that's all I had to say. I just want to tell, like, this ain't, hey, I got the number. If my numbers get up there, cool. But I refuse to let that shake who I am. Is this my turn? No, I just refuse. So if you going through it, most likely I'm going through it. If you cried yesterday, I probably already cried 3 times today. Like, it's the times we living in. It's the times we... This is my turn, but I didn't see the building. I'm a little confused. Anyways, child, that's all I had to say. I should have made that turn just now and I didn't. Ugh, I hate that for me. But yeah, we're starting therapy and everything will work out eventually. And it's a constant cycle of growth. But if you're here and you watch this whole video and you listen to me rant while driving, I appreciate you. And you're probably here because you're going through similar things, or you're probably here because you're nosy, or you're probably here just because you want to be more more educated, which is cool too. I think that's fair. That's awesome. But yeah, we're gonna continue working on ourselves, but I want y'all to be patient with me because I do take breaks on the media every now and then. It's needed. I take breaks from Instagram. Like right now, Instagram and TikTok are not on my phone. YouTube's not even on my phone. I don't care. I turn notifications off. I stop texting people. I don't care. So bear with me. Sometimes I may not post on those or even on here, but I'll always be back. But yeah, guys, bye.